Coming up on this episode of Free Lunch.
I think anybody can resonate what I'm about to say. Like, I've been kind of self-sabotaging myself for a while.
Ooh.
Like, literally not thinking I'm worthy of certain things or worthy of certain blessings or to be in certain spaces.
Don't think those is cool people, or you're not trying to hang out. You're not trying to
focus.
I'm just trying to keep my focus because I know how sensitive my focus is.
Yeah.
Like, the focus is extremely sensitive right now.
I am a creator. I was born to create. I was born to I feel like you either build or you destroy. So it's like with me, I'm but it's more so, like I said, I do check in and tell people, you know, it's not me kind of just shying away from you. It's me trying to lock in.
Like, you end up believing the lie that you only started the lie because you just wanted to fool them.
Yeah.
And then over time, you end up fooling yourself.
Yeah.
Do we let the scar tell us, or the remembrance of destruction tell us that you can't go forward? It's Free Lunch Season 3 with a special thanks to our sponsors, Bullseye-LLC.com, Ready, Aim, Bullseye, where safety is our ammo, Gen1LLC.info, Generation 1 Logistics, taking pride in putting our carriers first and helping owner-operators get premium loads, stay organized, and increase profit. And ScarletOakCandleCo.com, the self-care experts. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Freestyle Gospel, a.k.a. The Real Free, with another episode of Free Lunch. And I got my man FreeKey in the building, y'all. Yo, give it up for him, y'all. FreeKey in the building. His mom calls him Malik, but you know, FreeKey. I love, y'all know I'm a wordsmith. I love the names. So he said he got a story behind it. It's a double entendre of some kind. Talk to the people, Malik. What's the FreeKey double entendre you got going
on? I was actually given the name through for music heads who really follow and listen to like Dave East and stuff like that. Dave East had a homie named Malik, and
which is your government name?
Yeah, my government name, my actual government name. Yep. And they called him FreeKey, like that was his actual, like, his nickname. So I don't know where it came about, but like some of my boys just started calling me that to be funny.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I just ran with it. I was like, all right. I took the A out and I added 2 E's. And then I made it like literally 2 words. But I made, you know, see what I did?
Yeah.
So I ran with it, and I like it. I've been wanting to change it a couple times, but I think it's good.
Yeah.
Sound a little crazy.
How long have you like been going by that name?
Probably about 5-6 years now.
Yeah. That's what's up. Okay, so Malik is what Mom Dukes wanted it to be on the birth certificate.
Yes, sir.
Any meaning behind that? Like, where Mom's got that from?
Malik?
Yeah.
That's funny because all right, I'm gonna give you the story.
That's what the people want to know. We want to know the story.
My mother used to watch a specific show back in the day. I think New York Undercover. That's what it was called. And you remember Malik Yoba? Yeah. So my mom's
okay.
She was just watching TV. She seen it, and she was just like, I'm gonna either name him Malik or I'm gonna name him Isaiah. I'm glad she named me Malik.
Yeah.
I want to like to say that.
Okay. No offense to anybody named Isaiah.
I know a couple. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Hey, Isaiah, we love you out there. If you're listening, Isaiah, we appreciate you. God bless you. It's Team Malik right now, though. That's what's up, though. Yeah, it's always mom Dukes usually have a meaning behind a reason why they call us what they call us. Me, my government is Christopher. Mom's she called herself naming me after Christ. So she went with Christopher.
My middle name Christopher. That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Get the heck out of here.
Serious. Malik Christopher. I shouldn't be giving my government out there, but yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Wow, coincidence. But
wow, that's great. So then my sister, because my mom only had 2 of us. This is me and my sister. And then she named my sister after me and named her Christine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was dope. I mean, being a big brother, of course, all I did was aggravate my sister's soul, being like my little sister, like little kids do. But now, fast forward, we both grown, really grown close over the years. So shout out to Christine. She don't even like, matter of fact, the crazy part is my mom went through that all that trouble to name her after me.
Yeah.
And nobody, including my own mother, calls my sister by her government name, Christine, except me.
Okay.
So like, they either call her by her middle name, Makita, or they shorten that, Kita. But so when people like, when we're out with her friends or family, whatever, and they hear me be like, yo, Christine, they be like, who he talking to?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's her name, bro. Who you talking about?
Yeah.
Don't blame me. That's her name. Yo, do you have family, for people in your family like that? Like, everybody knows them by one name, but like, family only calls them one thing?
Yeah. My sister's name is Kashmir. Like Cash.
That's fire.
And then Mia. But I call her Cash. So nobody really, you know what I mean?
That's fire. Cashmere.
Yeah, Kashmir. I don't know where like they thought of that, but
sounds like cashmere.
Cashmere, yeah.
That luxury. We gotta have that luxurious name.
Yes, sir.
That's black folks for y'all. We
luxurious clothing too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Essentials, fair guy. Look, when he came in the studio today, I peeped the gear, yo. He was peeping my shoes, but I was like, yo, I'm peeping that shirt right there.
Yeah.
Essentials, fear of God.
Everybody need essentials.
Yes. Everybody. Yes. Facts. So talk to the people. My platform, my audience, they want to get to know who you are and why. It's always like the lingering question, even though nobody's probably gonna message me or ask me in the comments. Yeah. But it's always like, okay, we're gonna figure out today who Frii bring on the show today and why. Right? Like, that's the part that's always lingering, is for them to try to discover in that episode, why did Frii think this person was good to have on the show?
Yeah.
That part. Like, right? Because there's people who want to be on the show.
Yeah.
But they're not.
But not everybody gonna get a chance.
So then it's like, okay, then what makes this person
so special
in this moment worth our time to be like, let's hear this dude's story. Who is this guy? So just, if you could just introduce yourself quickly with a quick blurb, don't gotta be a whole life story, but just who you are, what it is you do.
Okay. My name is Malik. I go by the name FreeKey. I am a creator. I was born to create. I was born to I feel like you either build or you destroy. So it's like with me, I'm in the process right now of like creating. I've been destroying for a while, trying to find myself. You get me? Like I just right now I'm actually I'm trying to just basically take this route and just basically do what I know is gonna happen and nobody else sees it. So what I'm talking about is just becoming a music producer. I'm a music producer. I'm from Norwalk, Connecticut. I was actually born and raised in Bridgeport as well. And
shout out to Bridgeport.
Yes, sir. And I just, that's
you've been grinding doing the music, huh?
I've been grinding doing the music for a minute, and I've always had an ear for music, and I've been around people who told me, and even strangers who look at me and ask me, "Yo, you a producer? Are you an artist?" And I feel like that's
you got that vibe.
Yeah,
it's a vibe.
Yeah,
you can sense the spirit, like you know what I mean. You got the producer, and then you got those who like are a producer, and then they got the spirit of a producer, like that aura. Like it's like. But I think it's the same with a bunch of all the creatives. Like, you know what I mean? It's same people who like are artists or painters, or it's like they got that something about them. Like you could sense you ill with the pen or something, huh? Or with the paintbrush or something. Like you.
Something.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And how long you been doing that? You been producing?
I've been producing seriously for about 2-3 years. But
now define that for me. Like you're I want to say third person maybe or two that have said that phrase, what you just said, seriously.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that they like do, the other person that I had on the show, I forgot who it was or what they did, but they said the same thing. I was like, how long you been doing that? And they were like, seriously? I've been doing. So like, for you, how are you defining doing something seriously versus however you were doing it before you called it serious?
Question. That's a good question.
What does that mean?
Doing it seriously means to actually put full effort into it. Okay. So I would say like as of now, I'm actually trying to make something out of it and turn it into something, as opposed to before, you know, you just doing it just to do it. You're doing it, you having fun and everything, you're doing it 12, 3 o'clock, you got your little break, you go back to work. You know? So it's like now I'm realizing like I want to go back to school and do this and do that, But this is like the only thing that gravitates towards me, and it's I can see myself just doing this. Nobody's gonna tell me I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
So that's just how, you know.
When you have those like ideas about like going back to school, whatever, is this stuff that deals with music, or you talking about going back to school for something else?
Going back to school actually for my IT certification.
Okay.
My CompTIA A.
Yeah.
It's in relation, like it basically coincides, you know.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. So it's like if I'm gonna be producing music, I'll know how
being
to do
in
IT
the computers,
stuff too.
yeah.
IT savvy. So it's like
and that's able to give you like a kind of like a duality, you know, to what you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it's like you're more marketable.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, you know I do music.
Person.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, when anything goes wrong in the production studio concerning these computers and all this thousands of dollars equipment, I actually know what I'm doing when it comes to trying to maybe like, you know, address a lot of those things. Where somebody else, I'm crippled now. Yeah. Now my studio shut down because I gotta wait for somebody else to come help me figure out what's going on.
As we can speak, my phone is cracked. You know, like a normal person who knows this type of stuff will order like a $10, $15 screen off the
fix it at the crib, done.
$85 saved.
Instead of going to the mall, paying somebody $100.
Yeah. And them 14s is different. I'm telling you that. Yo, it's gonna be expensive fixing those. $200 for a phone screen. You know.
Ooh. Yeah. Nah. I've actually been thinking about playing with the idea of getting a 14 for the studio line, but yeah, man, those phones are not cheap at all. I want to go back to something that before I forget it, that you stumbled. You kind of like breezed past it, but you said I'm creating now.
Yeah.
I did some destroying for a while.
Yeah.
But now I'm creating.
Yeah. That's deep, right?
Like what?
It just came to mind. I don't
know. Like when you say you've been like doing some destruction, some destroying for a while, what does that mean for you?
I think anybody could resonate what I'm about to say. Like I've been kind of self-sabotaging myself for a while.
Ooh.
Like literally not thinking I'm worthy of certain things or worthy of certain blessings or to be in certain spaces or receive certain blessings. So I say like when you don't understand in the moment, I feel like you might lose and you might destroy your opportunities. You might destroy, in a sense, yourself sometimes.
Wow.
So
that's deep.
Yeah.
You might
not to get
you might
too
lose
deep. I'm just
you
being
might
real,
you might lose the opportunities. You might destroy those opportunities. Wow. Because I think, and I say that particular part is deep because when we think about somebody like people like, you know, us destroying, like I get the self-sabotage piece for sure. Yeah. But usually I think most people approach that phrase of I'm destroying something in my life as it pertains to maybe like destroying parts of me or destroying maybe other relationships in my life.
Yeah.
Right? Because we could self-sabotage or sabotage relationships, right?
Yes, sir.
That are good for us. And then like we just was like not ready at that time for that relationship. So, you know, we did that. But then you said for you, some of that destruction you've been doing in the past also involved destruction of opportunities.
Yeah.
And that opportunity piece is where I don't think many people always like consider that. It's like, I know they might have accepted that I realize I'm self-sabotaging. I'm you know, making certain matters in my life worse maybe.
Yeah.
I'm destroying, you know, relationships in my life that was good bridges. You know, I'm burning bridges maybe or whatever. But I don't think many people recognize the opportunities that they presently might be experiencing or that might be at their feet.
Yeah.
And in the future, I don't think people look back in their past and see the opportunities that they let slip by.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're able to present day reflect and go, I could see that. Yep, that was part of my destruction too. Yep, I could see that. That was a part where I was also being destructive.
Yeah.
Dude, that suggests and like speaks to mad growth on your part, bro. So like, God bless you, bro, for even being able to like acknowledge that and just share that, bro.
I appreciate it. It's their experience.
Has that been something that's always easy for you to share or be transparent about? Like just owning that?
Yeah, for the most part. Anybody who's kind of in my life will know, like, I'm like an open book. Like, I kind of just, I don't really, if I'm feeling the type of way, it's all on my face. Nobody else, it's not, I'm not the type of person who could poker face a situation. Like, I just, I'm myself at all times.
Facts.
At all times.
For me, it's like, I think the if you think about just even where we get that phrase from, like poker face, right?
Yeah.
It's literally designed so that people cannot tell when you're lying.
Yeah. It's deceptive.
So that people can't tell when you're lying to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But how many times, for those of us who use a poker face, who don't wear our emotions on our sleeve or like, make it obvious, how many times do we do that and the people around us don't realize, not only am I lying to you,
lying to yourself,
I'm also lying to me.
Yeah. And after a while, you kind of just believe that.
Like you end up believing the lie that you only started the lie because you just wanted to fool them.
Yeah.
And then over time, you end up fooling yourself.
Yeah.
And now you like believed your own lie that you started.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That just like dawned on me.
Yeah. That's deep. That's deep too.
We gotta stop that for sure.
Yeah.
We can't lie to ourselves and expect. I mean, if I'm fair, I'll give us all the benefit of the doubt. I don't think, again, like we said at the beginning of it, that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to lie to you. You just want to fool everybody else.
Yeah.
But I think if we could look at, like how we just said, the timeline of what that could evolve into, where you potentially could end up fooling yourself and buying into your own lie, let that be the motivation for everybody listening to say, you know what? This is where the fraudulent stop now.
Yes.
This is where the lie stops now. Not because I'm trying to benefit you.
Yeah.
Like you could not care nothing about the rest or people around you, but make it be about you. Like you're doing this for you. I'm being my most authentic and transparent self for me.
Yeah.
Like it's dope. Yeah. Like if you end up realizing it and you benefit also as a side effect, but you're not the reason.
Yeah.
You're not the cause. See, as long as the cause resides with me, the motive, the why, right? You know how you hear people say, yo, what's your why for life? Right? Right? As long as the why is about me, like bettering me being healed, addressing the broken parts of me, right?
Yeah. First,
my success, my improvement, my growth. That's a much more stable why. That's a much more that's a motivation that'll last longer than let's say hypothetically the reason or your why becomes, yo, I'm trying to be authentic because I'm trying to bag this shorty, or I'm trying to show this girl, yo, that I've been talking to her for a few years. Like I want her to say yes when I propose. Like I want her to really marry me, but I know she only gonna marry this kind of dude. So I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna try to be this.
Yeah.
Cause I'm trying to convince others.
Yeah.
Or please my dad or my mom.
You look in the mirror one day, you start staring like,
that's short-lived. It's like, I'm not even doing this because I want this.
It's just the personal satisfaction.
You know what I mean?
Whatever, gratification, whatever you want to call it. Like,
yeah. Doing the being involved in like the space that you are, like it being, I would call, if I was to give it a category, entertainment. What are the things in that field or area that you're seeing with other creatives like you in that space, like other producers? What are you seeing in that space right now that is inspiring to you? Like that's positive to you. Like you know what? That's pretty dope. I'm noticing that amongst, the other producers, or, whether it's friends of mine that I know the producers or people that I, follow on social media, whatever. What are you noticing that's a positive that you're inspired by?
Personally, I just think not just producers, but any like type of creator or anybody just that's being productive and kind of like not in no malicious type of behavior, just kind of like I said, you either a creator or you destroy. So it's like, are you creating or are you destroying? Most of the creators I know are inspirational. They're leading the way to, you create God's gift. Like not to get too deep, but we are God's gift. So we're creating.
Yeah, we get deep all the time on
We're
this
creating art right now. So it's like
we around for it.
Anything that is positive.
Yeah.
Like when you see somebody doing something and you like it, you want to be like that.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I just look at it like, if you're being an actual good role model, then it's like you winning in life,
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's being a role model. When you're doing something you love, when you're a creator, when you're doing something positive, you spreading love in the world. You're not spreading the other ish, And that's all. That's what's inspiring. Just the whole, the vibe, the energy of it is positive. Yeah. I gravitate towards positivity. I stay away from negativity as much as I can, as much as I possibly can.
Has music for you been like a way for you to kind of stay away from that? Like has been like a one of your tools kind of in your utility belt, you could say?
Yeah. It's definitely something that, it sounds a little crazy, but it's kind of kept me alive. Like music is expression. I think without music, life would be very dull. And you might have art, you might have things that convey a certain type of, whatever.
Yeah.
But if the actual sound didn't exist, if music didn't exist, there would be no expression. Yeah. There would be no dancing.
Yeah.
I can't say that, but it's like,
music is like if the paintings on the wall could speak.
Yeah.
That's music.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, I feel you. I get it. Look, like, we get deep on the show here, bruh. I'm around for it, FreeKey. I'm around for it, bruh. Yo, that's what's up, man. No, for sure. I get it. I know for me growing up, music was like our family's, like the anecdote, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the pain, for the, drama, for whatever's going on, you know what I'm saying? That's broken, that ain't fixed yet. For all the bills that ain't paid, for the lights that might be shut off, for all the cold water. You know what I mean? Like it's the anecdote, bro. It's the drug, growing up. And I can remember like, my mom was a teenage mom, single mom. And I remember like we moved to Virginia. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, but we moved to Virginia like when I was in the 8th grade. And I can remember times where like when she moved down there, she didn't have no family down there. All her family was in Connecticut. And so we had to move into a homeless shelter. And actually at this homeless shelter, Timberland, the music producer Timberland, his mother worked there part-time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. And so I can remember times where like, because it was my mom, me and my sister, but because the homeless shelter that we was at only offered each, adult, or, woman that came there only one room.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter that you had yourself and two kids.
Like 3 other people.
Like, you got that one room. And that one room was probably like, it was just wide enough past the, full-size bed. So it was a little, just enough room for you to walk beside the bed.
Okay.
And then the length of it was just about the length of the bed. And then there was a little bit of room for you to stand at the head of the bed. So it was a really narrow, like rectangular shaped room.
Yeah.
And my mom and my sister would sleep on the bed. I would sleep on the floor next to the bed. And I remember all our clothes would be in these big black trash bags that we would put in the space at the end of the bed, just outside the headboard, the footboard. And none of those times while my mom was trying to like create a whole new space for us and life for us down south, away from our, family up here.
Yeah. And,
she struggled, trying to find a job, her first job down there, getting on her feet. We lived in the homeless shelter. Then, we lived in a hotel for a little bit, trying to microwave eggs in the microwave because all we had is the microwave to cook food.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of ramen noodles back then.
Like everybody who go through the struggle. But
it's crazy how all of those times where I can remember those things with me, my sister, and my mom, I can't ever remember feeling sad. And one of the biggest reasons being we always have music.
Yeah.
My mom made it like a big deal, like something like to look forward to or like really exciting for us as a family. Like she would order, like this was back when like it was popular on TV to order like the latest DVD or like the music CD compilation, you know, albums and stuff. Yeah. And, you know, she'd order a new one. You know, this next volume came out. The next volume came out for this, you know, album. And, you know, it come in the mail. And she'd like rush to me and my sister and show us like, look how it came in the mail. We'd be like, oh, shoot. Yeah. You know what I mean? We was all excited. And, you know, we popped that CD in, man. And we just...
changed the whole world, vibe of the room, everything.
We had our mom, we had music, we was dancing, like, and it was like, yo,
you don't really think about the other stuff.
Because when as an adult, when I really try to like think back and remember some of the places we were at and did, and I'm like, yo, that was sad. Yeah. In my head, like, you know, as an adult looking back, I'm like, yo, that was pathetic. That was great. But in my head too, I'm sitting going, but I don't remember ever feeling sad. Yeah. Like, that really be messing me up sometimes.
Yes, it's the same. I listen to music so much that I don't really dwell on my sad, you know, excuse my language. Yeah. I don't dwell on anything that's just gonna kind of bring my mood down. I try to keep my mood up at all times. Even my peoples will tell you, like, I try to stay happy all the time. I try, you know? Yeah. So you should.
Now for you though, when you say that though, like just so the listeners don't get it confused or you know, it goes across the way you intended for it. Yeah. When you say when you listen to music, and you try not to think about, you know, sad things or bad, does that mean like you try to look to escape what your like present problems are with music, or you're using music as a way not to escape, you know, the things or problems or matters that, you know, you should maybe address in your life, but you're using music in a way to be able to remain sane while you're trying to address the problems, like, or is it both, a mixture? Like,
it's probably both.
Yeah,
that's deep. It's probably literally both. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, you there with it?
Yeah.
Nah, just music is just, I don't know, it's therapeutic. I think anybody can agree to that. There's different types of music too. Music is like a mood stabilizer. Some people get sad and they try to be more sad and throw on like some sad shit. Like I said, I'm cursing, but like they try to throw on something that kind of just fit whatever they feeling. Like
he said, people be sad and then they try to throw on some more sad music.
Yeah, because it's like,
because they're looking for something to be like
a breakup. Like you go through like a break, you throw on like some Bryson Tiller or like some Drizzy.
They're trying to look for like something to be in common with them. The shit. It's like misery loves company. Yeah. How they say like literally. So I want to listen to something that's gonna validate how I feel right now. I don't want to look for nothing that's gonna challenge how I feel to bring me out of it. Yeah. Nah, I want to stay right here. Yeah. So if I'm angry, yo, we about to roll out on these fools. Yeah. Put that.
That's a cheap keep on right quick.
Kill these fools type music. Like, I don't want to listen to nothing positive and upbeat. Don't put no comment on. Nah, this ain't that common music, bruh. Nah, bruh. Put that killer. So I get it. No, that's true. But it's the same with our workout music. Yeah. Like, am I lying? Like,
nah, you're not.
You got to have the turn up music when you're working out. Yeah. I can't be listening to the mood. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I love my Kurt Franklin. I love my gospel music, you know, whatever. But that's not for the gym. Yeah. For the gym, I need that turn up. You know what I mean? I might be blasting that Biggie in my ear for the gym. Yeah. But when we're using it intentionally, on purpose, consciously, it could be a tool like that. All right. So if I'm in this mode, I'm intentionally using music to bolster and increase that mode I'm in. Yeah. Right. But it could be, like you said earlier, it could be a destructive tool where you go, yo, if you're already depressed, you probably shouldn't be listening to depressive music. Like, that's destructive.
Yeah, you got to be aware of what's going on around you.
You said the capital A keyword, bro. You got to be aware.
I feel like you either gain the type of tools, the whatever, to excel in life, or you just accept that you're a certain way. You just accept it forever. You know?
I mean, but what is I don't know. Like, is it a thing that you feel for you, like yourself? Let's say, have you decided at some point with the things that you're still trying to even figure out for yourself that you just decided, yo, I'm gonna just accept that for what it is. I ain't even gonna stress myself about trying to fix that or develop that better with me as an individual.
Yeah.
Are there things like that you've kind of threw your hands up and been like, forget it? Or you still,
Yeah.
the headspace you in now, is it more like, nah, like, you know what I mean? I'm really game to really keep trying to, you know, improve self-development at all costs across all the board? Or, you know, like what headspace are you with that at this crossroad in your life?
Right now it's like do or die with everything. Cause it's just like you either do or you die. I'm not trying to talk like that, but like you either do or you die in the moment. And when you die in the moment, you take that feeling for what it is. You either turn it into something or you allow it to become you. And you literally like, you kind of become complacent, you know? You kind of just whatever with shit. Being
from inner city areas, let's say that, right? Coming from Bridgeport or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the music that you produce now is more influenced by where you come from, or more influenced by the people in the industry who were your role models? Like, where do you find yourself when you're in the studio in that creative headspace? Where do you feel like you're pulling most of your inspiration from? Like, just like, you know, of a feeling, of emotion that's kind of from your memory or your past or something? Or do you feel like you're pulling inspiration most of the time from like other creatives in the industry? Like, because I know certain producers or creators, they could feel a type of way about doing that. Like, they have their role models in the industry, but like they don't pull from them inspiration because they want to do their best to try to be unique.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's that fine line sometimes.
I probably draw most of my creativity from like old school and organic. Like, honestly, some of the people that I've seen.
What old school you talking about?
I'm actually talking about old school too. I ain't talking about no drill rapper. I'm talking about like the Ericas, the Laurens.
You talking about real old school?
Yeah, real old school. Outkast.
Okay.
Dilla, Illa J. Nobody really know Illa J. J Dilla or his brother. I listen to dang near anything that kind of speak to me, you know, anything that resonate with my spirit.
What's a song that, or whether maybe if it's not the song, because I know for me sometimes like some of my favorite songs that I love to just listen to and vibe out to, I don't know the name of the title of the song, but I know the artist, or something like that. So either give me the name of the song or the name of the artist that people would be shocked to hear that you actually listen to.
I listen to a lot of Outkast.
Really?
Yeah, Snapping and Trapping is probably one of my favorite.
Word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out the name of this dude. I'd be like low key vibing to, yo, on the low, but it'd be like the guilty pleasure. Like, you know, you hear people talking about that.
Yeah, like music you shouldn't.
Like
other people feel like you shouldn't
they're like,
to.
yo, that's like, what you doing, bro?
Yeah, already.
Yo,
already. It used to be like that with SZA. I used to listen to a lot of SZA.
Yeah, okay.
And then like, I ain't gonna lie, like when I took them headphones off, folks thought I was weird a little bit. They'd be like, yo, what are you listening to? But
you're wildin'.
Yeah, you're wildin', exactly. But now it's more so like everybody listen to it.
Dang, I'm trying to find this, yo. Rod Stewart, yo. Yo, Rod Stewart is a whole vibe. Like, all I even know about this dude is an old white dude on the cover of an album one day. And I'm having my first, listen, old white dude on the cover of an album. I'm about to have my first kid.
Yeah.
When I came across this. And it's like an emergency C-section for my kid's mother. And in the delivery room, like, or the operating room where they do the C-section, they let the father stand in the room behind the woman while they got her on the table, taking the baby out. So, but they put like a big curtain up, like, so you can't see nothing past the woman's neck. So it's a big curtain, like right after her. So I could just see her head.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to like keep her calm and relax like that while they operate on the other side of the curtain.
Yeah.
And then when they take the baby out, they hand the baby over the curtain to you, like the dad. But to try to keep everybody calm, the mom and the dad calm during the operation, they have a boombox, like a radio, and they got a bunch of CDs.
Yeah.
So they ask you, like, this is, you know, back when it was just mostly CDs, right? It wasn't like, you know, iPhone was out back then. But they have all the CDs out and they ask you to take your pick. And at the time they asked me, all the CDs they had was like stuff I ain't never heard before. Yeah, like I'm like, this is like white people music, right? Like, what's this?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it wasn't no, you know, even like calm or what I would call R&B or slow music that I recognize.
Yeah.
So what I just pointed to the first thing on the top, like, you know, of the pile. And it was Rod Stewart. Right? It was an album by this dude, Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Never heard of this guy, never seen this guy.
Yeah. What type of music is it?
And they put this dude, it's just like slow, like a jazz, smooth type vibe. Like the dude. Yeah. Really, really like dope dude. But yo, fell in love with it from that day, yo. And I was like, yo, it's crazy how like we really, unless we're exposed to other music or genres, like we really could be like closed off sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know, at least for me, like as black people, of like not really even realize like it's a lot of dope music out there, a lot of dope artists out there, but we have kind of like this tunnel vision as a listener.
Yeah.
Like, so I know you being in the creative space as a producer, right?
Yeah.
So like you're on the other end, you have to make the music.
Yeah.
And you listen to it yourself too, but you have that kind of that unique hat where you got to produce it and make it. When you approach making music, do you have just like a particular creative like genre and space that you kind of stay in most of the time? Or do you try to like sometimes stretch yourself and say, you know, I want to try to make a track that's like this?
I mainly stick to like hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, maybe in the future I'll probably try to turn it into something else. But as far as like sampling music, I can draw inspiration from anywhere.
Oh, he said sample. I'm taking anything.
Hear, like, you can hear like some wild techno music.
Yeah.
And it might not like, you be like, whoa. But then you, as a producer, you hear it's different. It's like a sixth sense. So it's like you hear like a certain sound, a certain string or a certain whatever.
Yeah.
You can literally pull that one piece and you can turn that, you can create something out of it.
Turn that into a whole track.
Whole nother, yeah. It's crazy.
As a producer, are you somebody that actually plays like your own instrument?
No.
So
but
what
I've always wanted to learn, and my father was actually, he went to school, like he had his master's degree. He played the piano and shit. I never learned from him or nothing.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So what do you say to the comment? Because I've talked to other producers about this, you know, whole instrument thing.
Yeah.
And I know other producers that claim you're not a real producer unless you can play an instrument.
Yeah. It's actually something that I feel is beneficial. Though.
Yeah?
For real, yeah.
Okay. So
I want to learn how to play the piano, and I also want to learn how to I forgot the instrument. Yeah, I'm having a
clarinet?
Yeah, not a clarinet.
Flute?
Nah, not a flute.
What, saxophone?
Yes.
I'm just going down the list, y'all. I'm like, anything that got you. He's sitting here in the studio with his fingers, motion his fingers. I'm like, okay, is that a flute? Is that a okay?
Yeah, definitely had the flute in fifth grade.
Yo, that saxophone, man. You gotta have lungs for that.
Yeah.
Like endurance, like blowing. Woo. Yeah, nah. I know there was one time where I felt the same way. Like I felt like really I was having dreams like reoccurring of me, like these visions of me playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And so I got this wise idea with no guitar lessons ever. I was gonna go to Sam Ash and buy me a brand new freaking guitar.
Yeah.
And don't know a lick about
it,
how to play it. And I'm like, yo, from my dreams, it looked like I was killing it in my dreams. Yeah. I'm like, so this probably mad dumb easy. Like, yo, I spent like almost $400 on a brand new guitar.
Yeah.
Ain't have a clue what I was doing. I brought that junk back like a week later.
Yeah. That's actually
But it was because I went to go try to like my younger brother actually, who was a seasoned guitarist.
Yeah.
He tried to attempt to show me, and I felt like I didn't have the hands for it. Like my hands were too small. Like, cause you got your fingers gotta be spread apart all wide and all these. And I'm like, bro, I'm usually game for a challenge. I'm like, but this seemed like it's doing the most right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, the way I saw it in my head
definitely
was mad dumb easy. And it's not easy.
It's like that. It's like that.
It's not easy. Nah. What have you at least attempted to learn an instrument yet?
I've tried to with the piano,
With the
but
piano?
it's it take time
Yeah.
to really get good. It takes time.
It sounds
I
like
feel ashamed because I never learned. My dad actually
Yeah?
was like he was like Beethoven with it.
Oh wow, he was
So
ill like
he
that.
really he actually wanted to be a pianist.
Wow.
So and I never learned how to nothing. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. I never learned nothing from him.
Do you have like any like video or photographs of your father playing the piano?
I do not, but I've heard him personally play it before, and I've actually
Oh, okay.
I've had actually other family members tell me like he's really good at it. He knows what he's doing.
Do you feel like for you knowing that let me first ask by saying, and you could, stop me at any point you feel uncomfortable. How old were you when your father passed?
My father actually passed in 2018.
Okay.
So
you was already an adult.
yeah.
With his passing, not that you already being an adult makes it any less, of a tragedy, unfortunate, but
Yeah.
Being at the space that you were then, even just a few years back and then even presently now, and knowing that your father, you being the producer you are, you actually being quote unquote serious about music now.
Yeah.
And then as you reflect on your dad, his life, what you know about him, and then just even you as a producer, do you feel like maybe the drive or the desire to learn to play the piano is in some small way going back in time and grabbing a piece of your dad to keep with you?
I guess you could say that because it's just something that like it's probably one of the most basic, not the most basic, but it's one of the most well-known like musical tools. Like if you walk into like
Facts.
certain homes, you'll see a piano and like somewhere. Not every household, but it's like it's one of my favorite instruments too. I like hearing the piano. It's very classical, if you will.
Yes, indeed. And it's one of classical music is actually another one of my guilty pleasures. Like
yeah, my dad too.
I have on my phone, I got like albums with like hundreds of just classical
like
music.
Beethoven type music.
Yeah, that kind of music. Like
my dad used to listen to that, and I never liked it. But now that I'm older, it's weird. I can feel like that's like the base level.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where all music basically comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of like just the beginning of like you can hear all the like it's no like putting snares and like it's none of that. Everything is played naturally and organic.
Nah, I love it. If I could play the piano, that'd be fire too. I might, I'm still a young man.
Think if
I might be up for it.
You pull up to the function or you pull up to like a family reunion with a nice tux on or something, you start playing the piano. People gonna look at you like,
bro, it's a whole vibe, bro.
It is a vibe.
Yeah, I might have to. You might have to spark something inside me, man. I might have to go look into some piano lessons. Yeah. But that would be fire for sure. On the show, with the a lot of the recent guests, I've tried to get at least as we get closer to wrapping up today, ask at least what are the individual guests on the show learning in this particular time in their life and one of these three areas: faith, family, or finance. I think I messaged you about that yesterday. Or just picking one of them. If I can, for the sake of brevity, if I could just pick one, I'd ask you at this time in your life, like, what is it that you feel like you're learning about yourself or just in general as it relates to the topic of faith in this time of your life? Like, what's something new that you're learning or discovering about faith?
Trust. It's like, I know it sounds cliche, but you gotta trust the process. You genuinely have to. Because if you do not trust it, and I'm not talking about 50%, I'm not talking about 75%, I mean 100%, like, let go. Like, just put your all into whatever you're doing and trust that it's gonna work out. And even if it doesn't at times, it's a lesson. You're gonna learn from it. You're gonna always learn from it. was talking about before about the build and destroy. When you destroy, you don't know always necessarily destroy. Stuff rebirths from that. Like you can create from that.
Like a phoenix.
Yeah.
Rising from the ashes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's where I was trying to go with that too.
Look at this dude, yo. Malik came in here, man, dropped these FreeKey bars on y'all right fast. He said, I'm a producer, but I got these bars for you too.
Yeah.
Yo, I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just trying to put out good energy right now.
Yeah, man. I love the, because a lot of times we could get also, trip up over the reality that, like how you had to, come to grips with, like we do destroy. There's times in our lives where that happens.
Yeah.
And we don't need to beat ourselves up for that. Instead, fast forward, how you mentioned just now, you could take what once was destructive and grow something positive from that.
Yeah.
Like you can take the rubble and build something else. Like you might have destroyed. It's like recycling.
Yeah.
Like, right? So like either we build, I'll add a third one to your first initial comments. You was like either we build or we destroy. But I'll add a third one and say either we build, destroy, or we recycle.
Okay.
Right? Because we can't go back in time and change what we destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? We can't, and if we destroyed it, we can't even go back in time, or even present day. If we destroyed it back then, we can't present day even create it.
Yeah.
Again. The thing has been destroyed.
Yeah.
What we can only do is reflect on time, reflect on the pile of rubble, and recycle. Take what was rubble and build something brand new. I could build something new, something different.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like it's never the same. You know what I mean? I think it's just the same like when it comes to like our scars, right? Like, okay, you cut your arm. Mommy give you a Band-Aid. That part of your arm, even after it heals and you take the Band-Aid off,
still there.
That part of your arm is never the same.
Yeah.
Because you can now see something new. It's a scar.
Yeah.
Now. So that's always gonna be there. We'll have that, but do we let the scar tell us, or the remembrance of destruction tell us that you can't go forward? That you can't still do something new? That you still can't do something different?
Yeah.
Right? So I love that, man. You're creating, and the things that you've reflected upon and seen that was destructive, you either stop that behavior that was causing destruction, or the things that, hey, is looked down as destroyed already in a pile of rubble. I'm trying to see how I could come from those ashes. I'm trying to like build from even what I got left right here.
That's all facts. It's about. It's just real growth, honestly.
Honestly.
It's like if you're not growing, what you doing?
Do you feel like the people that you keep in your company present day are people that are, for the majority, thinkers like you? Or do you feel like in your community or circle where you currently are in your life, you're more of the influence or the role model, trying to get other people around you on your wave? Or do you feel like you've kind of created a niche around you where we all pretty much on the same wave?
Yeah. Like,
what is that for you present day?
It's half and half. It's like I got people right now who inspire me. And at the same time, I'm trying to,
bring some people up
and make my own type of creative space. I don't want to kind of chase after somebody else or say, oh, you on because of this person. No, I want to build my own foundation. Yeah. Say, this is my brand. This is what I created. And I'll obviously pay homage, like, oh, I was inspired by such and such, because you always got to.
Always got to. Yeah.
But for the most part, I feel like I am the influencer.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I've kind of been an influence, but I haven't been trusting myself. So it's weird. A lot of people out there might have it, but they might not always take it. And just like really kind of just put themselves out there, really. So. Like,
okay. Yo, I love it.
For the most part, I be by myself, truthfully.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like.
The loner?
Hey, I am the loner.
The loner?
I am the loner.
What's up with all these creatives, man? They seem like they all on this loner tip, man. What's up with y'all creatives? I be trying to not be, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm doing really good lately, actually.
You know what it is? When you by yourself, I feel like you create the best, like, whatever, because you don't have anything else distracting you. Like, when you got somebody else adding to your plan, it might be conscious. Yeah. It might be, you know, somebody contributing, but it's not your thoughts. It might kind of mix up what you doing.
I get that. Yeah,
you know,
I get it. And you gotta, and because when it's your creative thing, it's gotta be so protected, because when you still in the early stages of creating that thing, that magic, whatever you're trying to work on, just the slightest negativity or comment or something from people could throw you off your focus. And so it becomes so important for you to, like, you get in that loner or that zeroed in tunnel vision type of space. Not because you, like, don't think those is cool people, or you're not trying to hang out, or you're not trying to
focus.
I'm just trying to keep my focus because I know how sensitive my focus is. Like, the focus is extremely sensitive right now.
Exactly.
And I need y'all to understand that. All right? It ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all. You know what I mean? But it's sensitive. And there's nothing wrong with that, I think, as long as you can articulate that. To the people who care about you, to the people who love you, who concerned about you, who really are cheering on you, you know, cheering you on from the sidelines. It's like, yo, periodic check-ins, you know? And that's what I've been trying to do and be intentional with. Like, I could be that loner, I could be focused, but I do my best to every so often remember to just check in with people. Like, cause I know you support me. I know you care about me. And I know, you know, for the last 2 months or so, I've been just tunnel vision right here. But hey, I see you. I appreciate you. All right, back in the lab. Focus. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think we really, because everybody around us who cares about us and loves us, they're not creatives like us. So they could love us and support us, but not understand us. And so every time we just simply trying to be focused, we cause an offense. We offending the people who care about us and love us most sometimes. And so I never wanted that. And I think God is helping me just, like, mature and grow better with that, so that I could just remember to just check in with people.
I might be struggling with that presently. Like, just kind of misunderstood. But it's more so, like I said, I do check in and tell people, you know, it's not me kind of just shying away from you. It's me trying to lock in. And if you call me while I'm doing what I'm doing, my focus is derailed.
I like that. I think that might be I try to find in the episode, whenever I'm recording a new episode, I try to find in the conversation what's gonna be the title. I think I'm just trying to lock in. I think that's gonna be the title.
Okay. And I like that.
Just trying to lock in.
That's motivation. So.
That's right. That's right. We got these Malik gems right here, yo. Hey, before we go, you gotta make sure we don't have so many free food for the soul. I always tell people at the end of the show, I give us something that's edifying to the people, you know, edifying for their soul. But I felt like you already gave us so much. Unless you have something new you want to leave the people with, you know, another word of encouragement or something that you haven't shared, that's on you. But outside of that, I want you to just share with the people where they can find you, whether it's, you know, whether you have a website, whether it's social media, Gram or whatever. And you'll be the last word for the show.
You can follow me on Instagram, FreeKey. Facebook, Malik Melfi, Melfi, and
we'll make sure we have all the links in the description of the episode, y'all.
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
I'm a little like, you know, winding the day down. That's why I'm talking. I'm a little tired, but you know,
that's cool. That's cool. He's still doing that artist / hustle and grind, y'all. My man out here working. He out here driving. He out here pushing it, whipping it. He doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hey, if you're not trying, you dying. You'll catch that later when you walk out the door. It'll hit him like a ton of bricks. Hey, it's free lunch, y'all. Free food for your soul. Peace.